Editor's note. When we first recorded this podcast, things were different. This was before we watched Onward and before the coronavirus, COVID-19, kind of took over. And so all of the dates are completely broken now. We don't know when a lot of these movies are coming out now, as of recording this additional section. When we did do the podcast originally, we did have the dates then, but now everything's changed. Everything's delayed, and we don't know when these movies are actually going to come out now. So, yeah, just want to make sure you're aware of that. And then on top of that, here, we're going to make a big, post on the website and have, just a big preview and have trailers and the whole 9 yards like we usually do for these, preview events. But since a lot of these movies, we don't know if they're coming out in theaters anymore or if they come out when, it's just easier just to release this podcast and just move on. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to have to do a podcast on COVID-19 and coronavirus and how it's impacted 3D movies. But for now, the only thing we can do is just release this as is. But with this caveat here to begin with, that we did record this before that. And, even after we recorded it, there's times where dates and stuff change. So, these podcasts are always a flexible thing. So just please have that in mind as you listen. So on to the show.
Let's go watch it in 2D. No, let's go watch it in 3D. But if we watch it in 3D, then is it worth the cost?
Hello. This is Adolf. I have with me Jake.
Howdy.
And Krista.
Hello.
And we are doing the 2020 3D movie preview. So what movies can you expect in this year? We've been in a drought for the first 2 months of this year, and we're finally going to get some movies. So the first two movies we talked about already a bunch of times, but we'll talk about them real quick again. We're going to go real quick in this because time and there's a lot of movies. So, Pixar's Onward. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
And Mulan.
Thumbs up.
Yeah.
Thumbs middle.
Yeah.
The trailer looks good, but we know trailers can be deceiving.
So that's March. Let's go to April. April, we have... Alright, these first two movies, I don't know if they're 3D movies. They might be 3D movies in different parts of the world, if you know what I mean. But I wanted to mention them because they are noteworthy. New Mutants comes out. The X-Men, the final X-Men movie that's been in development hell for years. Thumbs up or thumbs down?
I have no idea whether to thumbs up or thumbs down it. I won't believe it's out until I'm in the theater seeing the credits.
Krista, do you have any thoughts on New Mutants or no?
No idea.
So this is a horror X-Men movie that has been in development for 5 years, basically, and has lost director, has changed the ending, has gone from Fox to Disney, and eventually now the director says he's happy with the ending. And I think it may not be part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but they may have changed enough to make it part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
We have no idea. We will, in theory, in April, we'll finally see this movie. It won't be on a double bill of Gambit, unfortunately.
Now, there's another movie coming out on April 3rd, Peter Rabbit 2, The Runaway. Now, I think Peter Rabbit came out in 3D. I don't remember. Did that happen, or am I...
In the U.S., it did not. But whether it came out anyplace else, I'm not sure. I'm Team Paddington, so I kind of blew off Peter Rabbit. The movie, that is.
Krista, do you know what we're talking about here, or no?
I'm not sure if I know who Peter Rabbit is.
So it's like a CG rabbit movie, but the CG characters are in real life.
Yeah.
It's kind of a kid raunchy update of the old Peter Rabbit stories. The trailers looked absolutely abysmal. And of course the movie made money hand over fist to its budget.
It's that kind of movie that comes out right in Easter time to make money. So let's keep going here. We got Trolls World Tour, April 17th. Are you guys excited for more Trolls movies?
Thumbs down.
So I will be reviewing this. I haven't seen the first one. I'm gonna have to watch it before I watch the second one. But I'm semi thumbs up. It looks dumb but fun. We'll see. Maybe I'm optimistic because I did not see the first one.
Yeah.
All right, keep going here into May. We got Marvel's Black Widow. Thumbs up for me. Very excited for seeing this.
Yeah, the trailers look awesome. It's got a great cast. David Harbour looks awesome as Red Guardian. Rachel Weisz looks awesome. Florence Pugh looks awesome as the Blonde Widow.
Krista, you have any thoughts on this or no?
Nope.
All right, let's keep going. We got Scoob, an animated Scooby-Doo movie coming out on May 15th.
Oh my god.
I'm thumbs up on this.
This actually looked awesome. It looks like they're setting it in a Hanna-Barbera cinematic universe.
I am legitimately excited for this. This actually looks like a good movie, which is shocking to say, considering the last Scooby movie.
Yeah, because it looks like they're going to be interacting with other Hanna-Barbera characters and not the mainstream ones. Because the Blue Falcon the spaceship makes an appearance, and I was kind of geeking out hard on this. It looks like they found a new spin on Scooby-Doo.
So let's keep going here. Now, this one I'm not sure if it's 3D because the last one was sort of 3D. Fast and Furious 9, which does not have a real number, release a real name.
It's probably going to be 3D someplace in the world because that seems to be Fast 7, they've been 3D in other places in the world. But I've only seen Hobbs and Shaw, and that seems to be as far into the franchise as I have any interest in going.
Krista, have you enjoyed any of the Fast and Furious movies or not?
I haven't seen any of them.
I haven't seen any of them either, so don't feel bad.
Yeah. Hey, Hobbs and Shaw was worth the hassle I went to see it in 3D.
Next coming up is the SpongeBob movie, Sponge on a Run.
That's in 3D?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
What the hell?
No, but the thing is, Paramount seems to have given up on releasing anything on home video in 3D. So this may not get a home video release in 3D.
The last SpongeBob movie looked fantastic in 3D. Absolutely stunning. So, for the 3D element, it looks like it'd be fun. The movie itself looks completely basic, not interested in, but we'll see.
Well, it's got Keanu Reeves as a tumbleweed. How can it be bad?
Keanu Reeves.
Very easily.
The animation looks ugly.
Yeah, it's fully CG, so it's not a cartoon like the previous ones have been.
It looks like they put, plastic toys and did it that way.
I don't know. We'll find out later in May. Let's keep going here. We got Artemis Fowl, which I don't know if it's a 3D movie or not. I'm going to guess maybe. I don't know.
Time it was announced as 3D, but it's had its release date pushed back almost as much as New Mutants.
This is like a new young adult movie, right?
Yeah, it's a young adult series that I haven't read, and I'm only vaguely familiar with.
Krista, do you know anything about Artemis Fowl?
Not really.
All right, I think we're all about okay with it because we don't know anything about it. Am I right or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have an opinion.
All right, let's move on to June. Wonder Woman 1984. Thumbs way up for me.
Excited.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's about damn time.
Wonder Woman is probably still one of the best DC movies to come out lately. And this one looks great. So definitely excited for more Wonder Woman.
I wonder, even with the weak third act, Wonder Woman is still great.
Mm-hmm.
If you ain't seen it, what are you waiting for? Go see it.
Next up is Pixar's Soul. I'm interested in this. I don't know if it's going to be popular.
Yeah. I imagine it's going to be it's going to do okay, but it's not going to be as grabbing of the consciousness as I think Onward will be.
Yeah, this is Pixar Oscar bait, but it looks like it's going to be good Oscar bait.
So thumbs up on all of us?
Yeah, I'm definitely giving it a thumbs up on the trailer. It's intrigued. Even if I wasn't working here, I would definitely have my butt in the seat to see this.
Now, the polar opposite of that, Minions: The Rise of Gru comes out on July 3rd.
Gag.
Set it on fire! Burn it! Burn it! Burn it!
Thumbs down all the way. Yay.
Yeah.
They have gone to the trough too many times. I still highly recommend the first Despicable Me movie. It's great. Came out of nowhere. It was like, oh my god, this is actually good. I mean, I was actually stunned at how good it was. But then they just had to go to the trough over and over and over again. And I'm sorry, the Minions were not what made Despicable Me interesting. It was Steve Carell's journey from supervillain to dad.
So I'm the only one that's kind of interested, not only because the trailer, it looks like it's not complete garbage, but the trailer itself might be like the whole movie, and to expand that to 90 minutes, I don't know. So let's keep going here. Ghostbusters Afterlife, July 10th. Does not look funny. It looks interesting. Kind of a Netflix kind of vibe from it, but I'm okay with it.
I hope they listen to the internet and give us and show us the funny in another trailer, because the trailers, if this was a comedy, if I wasn't working for this site, I'd give this a hard pass. Between how unfunny the last two Ghostbuster movies have been, and then this trailer, I would like go. The money I would spend on that would be better spent picking up an international release of a 3D of another 3D movie that I've seen, instead of giving a chance on this. But the trailers haven't grabbed me. I mean, yeah, they look interesting, but not for a comedy.
Krista, what are your thoughts?
I don't care about this.
Okay, just gonna keep on going. So this one I don't think will be a 3D movie, but I'm gonna want it to be. Maybe if I will it to existence, it'll become 3D. Bob's Burgers, the movie, coming out
My god.
July 17th. I'm hoping this is 3D because it would be fun. I love Bob's Burgers. What do you guys think of Bob's Burgers?
What I've seen, it's actually pretty decent.
I have never seen any of Bob's Burgers.
I kind of feel like it's kind of the same vein of like King of the Hill, where it's a more grounded kind of animated TV show. There's no zany things on there, but this is supposed to be a big musical, and I haven't seen a teaser or anything about it, but it's happening, so maybe it'll be in 3D. Let's cross our fingers.
Okay, I'll cross my fingers for you.
Coming out July 24th. July has a huge amount of movies. Jungle Cruise, starring The Rock.
Happy birthday to me.
Hey, Krista. Yeah, the trailers for this actually look interesting. It kind of looks like a comedy light version of the African Queen, which was a smart way to go with this material.
Krista, what are your thoughts on Jungle Cruise?
I mean, it looks actually pretty interesting.
Yeah, they do a lot of the jokes, like "Behold the backside of water." That's a famous joke from from actually riding on the Jungle Cruise ride at Disney.
So we'll see. I guess we're positive on this one. All thumbs up, I guess.
Yeah. Emily Blunt is awesome.
Yeah, she's pretty cool. So let's keep going. Morbius on July 31st. Now, we're not sure if this was a 3D movie or not because the trailer didn't show anything. It seems interesting. What do you think, Jake?
Yeah, I really like Morbius the Living Vampire. So there's Easter eggs for days in that trailer.
Krista, do you have any interest or nah?
I don't know anything about it.
So it's like a vampire Marvel Comics movie, and it's self-contained.
Yeah.
So it's really weird and dark. I don't know if it's gonna be in 3D because it's so darkly lit.
Well, it's basically Jared Leto is playing this scientist who's trying to cure himself of a blood disease, and basically turns himself into a vampire. That was like the only way they could get a vampire in comics at the time because of the comics code. So he was Morbius, the living vampire.
So that interests
What
you?
was the comics code?
There was this little thing that looked like a green stamp, except it was white, and it was slapped on the comics. They started in the 50s because of Wortham's book, Seduction of the Innocents, and Senator Kiefer's campaign on juvenile delinquency. So the comic industry, to protect itself, set up a board to grade comics. And one of the big things, you couldn't have blood, dark, murder. You crime couldn't win. You couldn't have vampires, ghosts. It slowly loosened up until it finally died. And Marvel in the 70s actually did a story on drug addiction. It ran in Spider-Man for a few issues, and the code basically had a hissy fit, so Marvel actually released the comics without the code. And within 15 years, the code was gone. But that was a. I hope I hope I explained enough so you understand that it was something that stifled creativity, and then finally, when comics went from being sold on newsstands to being sold mostly in comic shops, the code then just went bye-bye.
All right, so let's get back into 3D movies here. With August releases, right now we got nothing in August. Let's go down to September. We got Monster Hunter, which is based on a video game. I don't know if it's a 3D movie or not. Has anyone played the Monster Hunter games before?
No.
I have played a demo for one. I was not interested. It's a huge franchise in Japan. Basically, it's kind of like a little more adult version of Pokemon, where you try to gather monsters, but instead of you actually try to kill them and use their parts to gain powers to help you kill other monsters. So, like, you would, in theory, kill an elephant and use the tusk to kill a tiger. And then the tiger teeth you could use to kill a leopard or whatever. So it's kind of like that with monsters.
It sounds like about every other mobile video game that's not a card-based game.
So next up is the Kingsman. I think the last Kingsman movie was in 3D in certain parts of the world, but not here in the US. I like the Kingsman movies. They're kind of crazy. You interested?
Yeah, this is a prequel set during World War One, and its date has been pushed back several times.
All right, let's keep going to October. We got Venom 2 coming out October 2nd. I'm not a fan of Venom, so Jake, you're going to review this.
Hey, I will. Andy Serkis is directing.
Let's keep going here, time-wise. We got G.I. Joe Ever Vigilant coming out October 16th. I've seen none of the G.I. Joe movies.
I saw one in 3D. So, yeah, I could see this being in 3D. And if it's like the last one, I'll fall asleep in the theater.
Krista, you got any thoughts on G.I. Joe or Venom 2?
Nah.
Okay, let's keep going here. November, we got the Eternals from Marvel Comics. Now, this is a trippy one. I'm not sure if it's going to be a big success because it's so out there, but we never know.
Yeah, I can remember everybody said Guardians of the Galaxy was going to sink Marvel. There was no way Marvel would survive a bomb as big as Guardians was going to be.
Yeah?
This is based on some of Jack Kirby's most ambitious work. In fact, when he got pissed off at Marvel and quit, he just changed the names and did it at DC as the New Gods.
So keep going here. November 20th is Godzilla vs. Kong. I'm interested in this because I do like these movies. I don't know how they're going to make that into a whole 2-hour movie that characters that we care about. But if it's just action...
They already did it in the 60s. This is basically a remake.
Thumbs up from you, Jake?
Yeah.
All right, Krista, you care about Godzilla vs. Kong?
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going here. Raya and the Last Dragon. Apparently, this is a Disney movie. I don't know anything about it. I don't know if it's 3D for sure, but I'm gonna trust it's gonna be good. I don't know.
That sounds interesting.
Been announced as 3D, but there's also been if it's I don't know how far into production they were with it because of corona virus. A lot of stuff has been postponed in China because like all the studios have come to a screeching halt work wise.
So let's keep going here to December. We got Dune and Uncharted, maybe?
Yeah, it is one of those. The date keeps changing.
Dune is based on the sci-fi comic books, right?
Yeah, by Herbert.
And Uncharted based on the PlayStation video game. Are you interested?
Tom Holland too young. Of course, if they keep postponing it and pushing it back, he'll probably grow into the part.
Krista, have you read Dune?
No.
Jake?
My mom read them to me. Other kids got nursery rhymes. That's what my mom read to me and my brother.
Okay. So you're interested in this then?
Yeah. I expect it to be every bit as awesome as Blade Runner 2046 and probably make about as much money.
2049.
Okay. Sorry.
All right, let's keep going here. So your thumbs up for Dune and maybe on Uncharted, right?
Yeah.
Uncharted is kind of like an Indiana Jones video game or movie, so it should be fun. We'll see. We got The Croods 2 coming out, and maybe Tom and Jerry. I don't. The Croods is actually I thought it was a good movie. I was surprised by it.
Yeah. Nick Cage is a laid back caveman father was kind of cool.
Krista, do you like The Croods?
I never saw it.
All right. Do you like Tom and Jerry?
Is that going to be in 3D?
Maybe. I don't know. It's going to be a movie.
Okay.
It could be 3D. There has been Tom and Jerry 3D stuff in the past.
I don't know how they do that, make that into a full-length movie, but we'll find out.
I mean,
hey, Tom and Jerry. There's been tons of movies. In fact, Warner Brothers made a Tom and Jerry meet Willy Wonka.
Ugh.
And it is a better remake of Willy Wonka than the Tim Burton one.
we're just going to pretend that one doesn't exist.
That's a good strategy.
All right, next up is on Christmas Day, The Tomorrow War, which I know nothing about. Jake, interested?
Hey, anything to get out of family crap during Christmas.
Krista, know anything about Tomorrow War?
I don't know anything.
So after that, there's another movie coming out. I don't know the release date because it may not come out, called Wish Dragon. Krista, do you know anything about that movie?
No, but I love dragons, so I might like it.
Yeah, I'm intrigued. It's something I've heard about for quite a while, but I don't know.
It will star Jackie Chan and Constance Wu and John Cho. That's a good cast.
Yeah, exactly. Sometime, I don't know if it's getting a U.S. release, but there's a Jackie Chan, Arnold Schwarzenegger movie that was done in 3D under different names that's supposed to be eventually getting a release here. It's gotten a release in parts of Europe and in Asia. In fact, I think it's out in 3D Blu-ray in China.
I have some more information on Tomorrow War. So it's a military sci-fi movie where aliens are attacking, but humanity decides to draft soldiers from the past wars to fight the future aliens. How does that sound?
Okay.
Sounds like a Robert A. Heinlein story.
And Chris Pratt's supposed to be in this, and it's supposed to be done by Paramount.
So that means probably not 3D. Or if it is, it's not getting a home video release unless another studio has rights to it overseas. Because Paramount has got the worst track record for 3D these days.
All right, so with that, that's everything for 2020. There might be some stuff that sneak in that we don't know about right now as we're recording this. There might be stuff that gets delayed till 2021 or later. We don't know right now either, but we'll find out. Before this podcast wraps up, I want to thank my patrons. Thank you, Kano3D and Mr. Bengal5 for your financial support on patreon.com. So that's going to be it for this podcast. Thanks for listening. You can find 3D or 2D on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Pinterest, Instagram, and more. Just look for 3D or 2D. Links are in the info box. If you want to send us listener mail, our email address is email3dortwo@gmail.com. Thank you for either listening or watching this podcast. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.